Hello. Welcome, everybody. Today we're going to talk about how important your life is. 3 reasons your life is important and what you can do with your important life on this planet, So, we went through this giant ordeal last night, and someone was missing, like a child. So, anyway, she was found today, so everything's okay, but it gives you perspective. It really wakes you up. Things like these, when they happen in your life, when they happen to people that you care about, wake up parts of yourself and parts of your understanding that weren't awake before. You know how it's like Billie Holiday when she's singing like, I only have eyes for you. When you're in love, it's like there's no problems in the world and everything's all right. Well, when there's a big problem like that in the world, that's near to you, you wake up and look at, what have I been doing with my life? Like, how is there this much brokenness all over the world? And what can I do about it? How can I help people? And so, I'm always motivated to make these videos because I have skills as a psychologist and I want people to know them so that your life can be better and freer and happier, and you're not bound by addictions, and you're not bound by your past. We're so often bound by our past. What I heard in a video the other day from another therapist was that habit, all right? Look at your habits. So this is the first reason your life is important and what you can do about it is your life is important because your choices and your actions impact everybody. And you have the possibility of bringing more encouragement in this world, bringing more enlightenment, bringing more courage, bringing more freedom, bringing more happiness, bringing more joy, because that's what we are. We are joy. We are that. Here, let's look up at this tree for a second. Always, in the midst of all of this, I had to keep telling myself, be present, be a non-anxious presence. It was, I won't say how connected these people were to me, but they were very connected. And so I was crying. But back to your life, right? First thing is you are important because you impact every person around you. And your life, the more we are in our own grief, our own victimhood, our own, I got an image this morning of my friend who was in a car accident and he got paralyzed. And I was thinking about how much of his life had to be about getting himself in the chair and washing himself and feeding himself. And when something like that actually happens to you, you have to focus all of this energy on that, right? And so, but I also got this image. Someone said, I think Latoya it was, that said, thank God every day that you are above the ground and the ground is not above you. That we are alive right now means we no longer have to be victims. See, I was looking for a picture of this person that was missing on my phone, and I was just flipping through this morning because person wasn't found yet. And I saw all these old pictures, and I'm like, what was I taking pictures of? What are these selfies or whatever, you know? And a lot of them were my family and stuff like that. So it wasn't just me just trying to take a selfie, because I don't, like, unless I'm making a thumbnail or something, I try not to do that. Unless I'm doing it for a purpose, you know, whatever. It does not have to be all self-righteous, but it just got me reflecting, what am I doing here? What am I doing? How am I adding value to people's lives? How am I making a difference? Because there are ways that we can all make a difference. Just learning how to, because we all came from different places. We all started in different places, right? Just learning how to get yourself to a non-anxious place. Like, it might take me 2 hours of meditating every day to not be in my trauma mind or whatever happened to me in childhood, to not have that mindset and actually be at peace in this world. You know, I made a video last night, just a 1-minute reel. I remixed someone's. They were saying this beautiful thing that was like, you know, everybody that has this true, sincere joy on their face, you know, and you might see all the happiness and the rainbows, but you don't know what kind of dark place they had to go to and get through to get to the other side of that, to be able to make these videos, to be able to not just make a video, but, you know, to be able to have that in their lives, that joy. Because our real essence underneath it all is joy. We are that. We are that. So you learning how to be present, you learning how to not be anxious. I just heard these words, right? Like, I'm wearing all this pink and stuff. Is Christ said, my peace that I give to you. What kind of peace do you think Christ had that he gives to us freely, you know? This is a peace that passes your understanding. It passes your understanding. But it's a peace you have access to. And what I've noticed, if you want to call it mystically or experientially, because I encourage everyone to have your own experiences with the divine love and observe those, watch those, see, and as you trust more, you experience more of the faithfulness of God, because you're stepping in faith more, in divine love. And so it's like Christ was in prayer and in unity with the divine love while he was on this earth. And so he had peace. He didn't get wrapped up when people brought him someone to stone in front of him and said, hey, you know, Moses said we ought to stone this person because she had just committed adultery. What do you say? You know? And it says he started writing on the ground as if he didn't even hear them. And these were like the famous people of the town and the righteous people, you know, that kept trying to follow the law. And it says they left from oldest to youngest, you know. That's a mystery. You can enter into that yourself. I might make a video about it some other time, but I don't know if I told you that definition that I was going to say. Is the other therapist said that your habit is just a choice set on default. And so your parents might have done habits. They might have acted in certain ways in your childhood that would have made a difference. Look, if they were circumspect and sober-minded, you know, be sober in all things, and chose to be conscious, chose to seek out what is the most loving thing, how can I work on these problems so I'm not raging at my kids, so I'm not triggered, so that I show them more presence and love, and I'm not always trying to work this is what I noticed in my life, either working to trying to get your worth, or, you know, going to numbing things because you feel like such a victim. Let me bring that back about my friend that got paralyzed, you know. It's like when we keep feeling like a victim from our childhood, then everything is about us, and we just feel depressed and anxious and numb all the time, or one of the three or more. And so people will go to quick highs or just watch TV for 5 hours a day or more, or go, you know, scroll on the internet or look at other stuff or whatever, because they're trying to get a feeling of a high. But you don't know, when you actually bring healing to this stuff, you raise your level of consciousness. When you even just are willing to divine love, say to divine love, say to God, I'm willing. I don't know what I have to serve you. You know, it's like Latoya was saying in one of her classes for coaches or something. It was like, or I don't know, it was maybe online. Latoya Okia, I love her. She was saying, like, even if you're teaching someone how to microwave popcorn, someone might not know how to do that, and they might not know how to read, and they might not want to look it up, you know, on the internet. So they'll look up, and you have your video about how to make microwave popcorn, or how to make air pop popcorn, you know, or what that is, or how to paint your nails, or like, you have no idea. All of us have gifts and skills. So that's number 2, why you're important, is just like in every flower and every butterfly and every species of animal, they have a certain gift. Like an armadillo has, you know, the protective wall. The butterfly is a caterpillar that turns into something else. You have gifts inside of you that the divine love that God has given to you, whether you're following God or not following God, you have gifts, and you can use them to serve humanity, to bring more joy and love. When you take a breath and you sit in presence, and you thank God that you weren't the one missing on the street last night, you know, thought to be dehydrated and dead or whatever. You know, it was 100 degrees here where I was yesterday. I don't know how much it was where they were, but like, learn how to be thankful. You notice that beyond your name, beyond your skin color, beyond your religion, beyond your past, beyond your history, you are just this being self. Know that part of you. Know yourself as this God consciousness, as God in you, right? I was saying in one of my videos, like, we saw the sky, you know? Like, there's always the sky. No one can take the sky from us. I'd like to see them try, you know? I wouldn't like to see them try, actually. I don't want to see, like, Armageddon or anything like that. Anyway, you guys, just start where you are. That's the 3rd reason why you are important and your life is important. Is you have the ability. That this video came to you is such a gift. You have, I mean, because it's like 30 people are seeing my videos right now, so that it grows from that and ever comes to you. It's a gift. It's a gift given right into your hands, you know? You have the breath of life in you. Honor that you have the breath of life in you. Honor that you have the breath means that healing is meant to come to you, because all I want to do is bring healing to people, because all I knew so much was rejection and brokenness, and now I know so much more love inside my heart, and I'm not focused on that, you know. I brought the scale of consciousness by this guy named David Hawkins, but I don't want to show it because it's his, you know. I don't want to use copyrighted stuff, but look it up on the internet. You can look it up. And at the bottom there's shame and guilt and apathy and fear and anger and pride, and then above it is like neutrality and courage and willingness and acceptance. And I found in my own life, when I was just willing, when I woke up every day and I said, I'm willing, divine love. How can I be more loving? How can I know more peace and love in my own life? How can I be disciplined in my spiritual disciplines to do the inner work? And that might mean just half an hour a day sitting quiet and stop letting your thoughts pull you around and your past pull you around, and start noticing your habits that you have that are just choices that you've made in childhood to try to protect yourself, that you have on default, that you don't have to have on default anymore, that you can take conscious direction of. All right, I wish you so much love. I hope this gave you love. Share it. All right, much love.